So I was asked, and I decided I'm going to make a short video just to show how I make a small race using the word builder. I'm going to start by setting up the main checkpoints to begin with. So we need a starting point. We're going to want some checkpoints. You're also going to want another trigger for the finish point as well. Okay. Now I'm going to set up the scoreboards, leaderboards, whatever board you want to call them. I also like to use lights on top of the scoreboard so I can use them as a sort of a countdown timer to start the race. That's why I'm doing this at night mode. It's just easier to see the lights once they're on and off. Okay. And activity trigger. There we go. Alright, so programming. So we begin with want the trigger. Go to the logic mode. So when we start the race using the trigger, we want this to be the next point. And then we'll do all the checkpoints, so from this checkpoint to here, and to this one, and to the last one, and finally to the finish point. Okay, so that's the basics. That's the basic setup done. It's not going to work fully until you've got everything set up properly, so let's have a look. So here we've got the start point. I want to add a timer and a delay. We have the delay first from that point, so delay. I put it on something like 5 seconds. Second, there we go. So 5 seconds, that gives you time to get into the main point. So once you enter this will trigger the delay. So you got 5 seconds just messing around, hanging around in there. And from that we want to go to a timer. So this will be the 3-second countdown timer. Yeah, it's already set at 3. Okay. And this one, we want to link that to the board. Once this one's counted down, the timer will start on here. So next, we want to get the lights working. We want to get them in time with the timer as well, if we can. So these will be set up straight from the delay in a second. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 1 second for the first light, 2 for the next one, and 3 for the last one. Okay, so that will link those up, link that up, and link that up. And we'll bring that from the delay. Oops. Okay, so this will basically work in parallel. So you've got delay starting the countdown timer, but at the same time it will also trigger these 3 at the same time, and they'll each light up in order. So this one after 1 second, this one after 2 seconds, this one after 3, which should correspond with, once all 3 lights are green, well, white, this should also trigger at the same time as this last one and start the timer. Okay, so next thing we want is, you don't need to do the lights, so you can skip all that if you want to, but I'm going to do the lights, and I want a invert. Okay, so from the invert we want it, basically what it is once the lights are turned on, they'll stay on and they won't turn off again. So we're going to use the trigger to turn the lights off at the very start of the race, and we do that through the invert. And these go straight to the lights. Okay. Now we've got the timer countdown, so we've got the countdown to the board. We need the timer to the board as well. I'm not sure if you actually need that one, but I find it actually works if you do, so it's not a big issue. Where are we at? So we've got those, we've got the lights working, I believe. Need some resets, so I think you need a total of like 2 resets for this. So what we're going to do is we want, from here, from the activity trigger, we want to reset the scoreboard. Now, so that's to the reset to the scoreboard. And we also want, from the finish line, there's a couple things. So the first one will start the timer. This one will link straight to the scoreboard, and this will stop the timer. We're also going to use this one to the other reset that we put back here. That reset is going to go to the activity trigger. So this will be, once you activate it, it won't become active again until it's reset after hitting the finish. We're only using one scoreboard, so I don't need to set up extra lines from the finish. Is there anything else I need? 3 going into there. Ah, yes. I need 1. Oops. From this to the scoreboard, just to trigger the next. Have we done that one? No. Just to trigger the next screen. So on the scoreboard, I want to change to offline. Okay. Well, hopefully this should do it. Fingers crossed. Give it a test. So trigger. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. So now you got 5 seconds to get yourself ready. There's the countdown, straight on. Timer's running. And as we hit this, it should stop the counter. Let's have a look. As you can see, the timer's stopped. Now it will stay like this until you hit the activity button again, which, as you can see, has already been reset. So if we trigger this again, it should now reset the scoreboard. And that's how you've set up the basic race mode. Of course, you don't have to do the lights like I said before, because it's just a way of making a countdown timer that's easier to see more than anything. It gives you a bit of warning when the timer is going to start on the screen. Otherwise it will just start on the screen and you're probably going to be a bit slow on the start, but not a big deal, I guess. Yep, and that's that. I hope this has been helpful for starting your own races. This is just a simple one, but no extra animation triggers or anything like that, but hopefully this will have people building their own anytime soon. So thanks for watching.